And one morning, when I was just casually walking along this beach, it all started. Hi guys, welcome to the video. This week's episode is about my 5 best-selling photos and my 5 best-selling videos on the stock agencies. Okay, enough of those shenanigans, and let's talk about the agencies that I've been drawing my 5 bestsellers from. They're not all of my agencies. In total, I've got about 10 agencies that I upload photos to, and about 5 agencies that I upload video to. The ones that I've drawn my top 5 bestsellers from today are from Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Alamy, iStock Getty, and Pond 5. Okay, we'll go into my 5 best-selling photos now, and at number 5 are daffodils. I took this photo of daffodils at the Kokenhof outdoor flower exhibition that runs every year in the Netherlands. And I wanted to get a bit of a different angle than what you would normally expect of a flower photo from a high angle. So I went really low, and I took the photos with the blue sky background, with the daffodils prominent in the foreground. It was only about 40 minutes drive away from my house, so not much money or time was spent, but it was enjoyable, and it earned me $35. Okay, my 4th best-selling photo was that of a cyclist heading towards the city of The Hague with the skyline in the background, with leading lines towards that skyline. And I was in the city just doing some architectural photography, and I saw this line heading towards the skyline of The Hague, and it looked really compelling, especially with the cyclists going towards this modern city and this modern bike path. The whole thing screamed new age, sustainability, and I thought it would look really good in some like city planning brochures or some municipality brochures, and it's been a really good consistent seller, and that photo has earned me $65 with consistent licenses to different buyers across the stock agencies. And when I talk about video, I also will talk about this situation, and what I do when I see a good composition that is also usable for video, I'll take a photo and a video just to increase my possibility for getting sales. And it was at this location here at the beach, not 10 minutes away from my home, that I made my 3rd best-selling photo, and it was of a white electric vehicle being recharged, just like one of these vehicles here. And I always love photographing electric cars being recharged because of its sustainability and the environmental side of it. And the photo was taken from the Alamy agency, and I chose this one from Alamy because it sold I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, unlike a lot of photos that I have on Alamy that have sold once and made a lot more money than this photo. But the fact that this photo was so popular on Alamy, which is hard to sell on website to start with, and it sold multiple times and earned a total of $94. I've sold single photos on Alamy that have sold for more, but I've included this in the list because it did sell so many times on Alamy and was so popular. So yeah, 10 minutes away from my home, the white rechargeable electric car. Okay, now for number 2 of my best-selling stock photos, and it took place while we were in Italy on holiday, and it was in a small hill town in Italy where there was a group of Italian gentlemen, elderly gentlemen, in a square, and they were all talking together. I had the impression that they'd known each other for decades, and they've probably been doing this every day for the last 20 or 30 years as well. And I thought it was really interesting because these old guys were just getting together and having a great time just chatting with each other. And it kind of showed the difference in ages now, the digital age. Oh, I'm getting overexposed. Let me just fix that. No, I'm going over. Oh, I'm going under. That's good. And it just showed the difference in the digital age where often, unless it's a family involved, people don't really probably get together like that so much anymore. They may chat to each other on their mobile telephones, but they don't do it on a daily basis like these old guys did. So it was a really compelling stock image. The other thing was, making this stock image didn't cost me anything extra. I was already in the country having a holiday, so it was a no-cost exercise. And for that second best-selling photo, I made $125. And it was on this beach where I made my #1 best-selling photo. And I was just going for a daily walk in the morning, and I came across this massive white bird, well, massive, large white seabird that I'd never seen in this area before. And it was a northern gannet, which is a fishing bird that dives into the water, and usually in big flocks numbering up to the hundreds, but it usually far off the coast of the Netherlands. As I looked closer at this bird, I saw that there was some netting wrapped around its beak and its wing. And when I first saw it, I didn't quite believe what I was seeing. I thought, geez, how did this get here? It was just so unusual to see on this beach. I'd never seen anything like it in more than a decade that I've lived here. So after the initial shock, I got out my camera and I started taking photographs of it from multiple angles. And when I say that this photo was my #1 selling photo, I mean it's up to 4 photos that I took of this bird from different angles, from up high, from like a flat lay angle, from down close to the sand line with the ocean or the sea behind it. And that photo earned me $450, all those photos combined in total. So that was my #1 photo. Just a little update from my video last time where I was pledged to upload more videos and photos. I've kind of got there. I uploaded 15 new videos to Pond 5 this week. Unfortunately, I think I've only uploaded about 5 or 7 photos, but I'm getting there. Family life got a lot more busier than expected, and also my 4-day-a-week job was a lot more hectic than I expected. But I'm making inroads, especially on the video, and that's where I'm really trying to make a dent, because that's where the earnings are going to come. Anyway, on with the video. Okay, and now for my 5 top selling videos. At number 5, I Went out to Schiphol Airport one day with the intention of photographing passenger jets and cargo jets taking off and landing, and I got a good position next to a runway that gave me a view all the way from right to left of planes taking off. And as well as taking photos, I also took video. And I was lucky enough to get a jumbo jet, or a 747 Boeing, taking off at that moment. And I panned from right to left from it taking off on the runway, or taxiing on the runway, and then lifting off into the sky. And that video has earned me $21. My number 4 best-selling video is taken of a political protest that was held by school kids probably 6 months ago. School kids from all over the world got together in public places and protested about the world governments not doing enough for climate change. And in the Netherlands, that protest was held in The Hague, in my hometown. And often these clips can sell really well across the news sites. Mine sold moderately well, and I earned $35 from the video clips that I took. My third best-selling video was about 5 minutes away from that location where I was videoing the protests, but at a different time of the year. And it was also of a cyclist heading towards the skyline of The Hague. And this was compelling for video because I had the motion and the movement of the cyclist in the composition, moving towards a compelling background. And I was saying before, when I sold a photograph with the same kind of composition, I often take a photo and a video if I think it's suitable. And in this case, it really paid off. I was able to sell multiple photos of that scene and also videos. And for that video, I made $48. Okay, my second top-selling video is of very close to the same area, except probably 5 steps away from where I took the video of the cyclist going towards the skyline of The Hague. I just pivoted slightly to the right, and there was a canal on the other side from the bike path, also heading towards the skyline of The Hague. And it had a bit of traffic on it that was also going towards the background of this modern city. And it just looks really nice, the composition, this straight line of the canal going towards this modern, aesthetically pleasing to some, skyline. And that video earned me $57. Okay, now we come to the time where I tell you about my number 1 selling video clip. And it also took place on this beach not 10 minutes from my home, and it was also of the Northern Gannet. And it was taken with wobbly footage from my really cheap old iPhone 5, and I took 2 clips of it. And overall, those clips have sold for a total of $1,500 in the time that they've been on the stock agency portfolios. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that brief video about my 5 bestsellers, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time on YouTube. See ya!